All right, check it out. Today we're looking at the EVGA GTX 285, and this is the nasty one, the For the Win edition, guys. This is the fastest card on the market. I used to have the For the Win edition GTX 280s, and they were my favorite cards ever. They overclocked like crazy. They were highly binned. They were very fast factory frequencies, and they look really cool because this might look like a regular card, but it's got that beautiful backplate, which is very nice. I like that a lot. Now, let's talk about the frequencies on here. Now, first of all, the factory frequency on the core clock on one of these GTX 285s is usually about 648 megahertz, which is not a big deal. But get what? This is a 702 megahertz. So a 50 megahertz increase is pretty big. 240 shader cores on here are usually clocked at 1476. These are clocked at 1620 megahertz. That's a big increase in the frequency. Also, 1 gigabyte of GDDR3 is usually clocked at 2538 effective. These are 2772 effective. So very nice card. This is definitely for the enthusiasts. You probably don't need the extra frequency unless you're really going for some sort of benchmarks. I really love this backplate, man. Wow. Very nice. It actually does a stupendous job of decreasing the temperatures by just a few degrees. It's very nice. Looks really good. Also, you notice you have the red on the side, which is really cool. Right there by your SLI port, you will know that this does 2 and 3-way SLI, no problem if you so desire. Also know that this is a PCI Express 2.0 graphics card right there. So if you need to use it on a PCI Express X16 slot, it will work as well. You won't lose too much performance, almost none. Very hard to record losing performance. It's going to take 2 6-pin power connectors. Those are right here. You're going to need about a 550 watt power supply. It does 204 watts TDP, so it'd be nice to have a 550 watt to run this, and a little bit more if you're going to do SLI. You're probably going to do about 650, 700 with SLI. Triple SLI, I would definitely go for the thousands already. You have an audio loop cable right there, so that's included in the box if you want to do audio loop. That will let you do 7.1 channel through your HDMI dongle from your DVI out to your television. It's going to sound absolutely fantastic. It's going to do some real good quality audio. Talking about those DVIs, let's take a look at these. These are dual link DVIs. They're powered by 400 megahertz dual RAM DACs. Those are actually going to do 2560 by 1600 at 60 hertz or 2048 by 1536 at 85 hertz. And that's if you have dual monitors, if you're using them both. Now, what happens with those RAM DACs is if you're only going to power one, you can actually go even higher. You can go 2560 by 1600, but at 240 hertz refresh rate. So that's really nice. Now, also you'll notice you do have this this little 7-pin S video cable. You really won't be using that for much. Sorry to tell you, but you won't. Now, on top of all that, it's basically the similar list that you're very used to getting for everything else. You're going to have, obviously, 2 and 3-way SLI support. You get the same basic stuff you usually get in the box. So in case you want to know, VGA DVI dongle, the HDMI dongle, the EVGA badge for your case, which is really nice. A couple of these power converters, which are Molex to 6-pin. Don't use these long term. And also loop cable. And let's see if there's any cool stuff inside this case here. Drivers, instructions, advertisement for the Xeno Killer Pro 400 megahertz MPU, which is really nice. Watch out for the review on this coming up really soon. So that's what you get in the box. Now, as far as features go, you do know there are a few other interesting things. Obviously, you get SLI support is there, physics, CUDA, 3D vision, so GeForce 3D vision if you want to do that. It's awesome if you haven't checked it out. It's a great buy. It makes your gaming really fun. Really good stuff. You also get to invest in a nice 120 hertz monitor on top of that. Of course, you get DirectX 10, Shader Model 4.0, OpenGL 2.1, HDCP support, HDMI support. The Pure Video HD is actually what ties that all together. It lets you do the high definition, high bandwidth digital content protection content over your HDMI, and on top of that, give you the great audio and video to go with it. So really good stuff. Very powerful card, very fast. Look to see about a 10% increase in benchmarks on most games just by the increased frequencies of this card, and even better on other ones. And on top of that, don't forget, there's a couple things you can get from the EVGA website. The precision overclocking utility will let you take this even further. I got this beyond 702, I got it almost to 750. I got like 748. Nasty overclock. Memory did just as high. You can keep on going even further. So really promising performance from the For the Win cards. They take a lot of pride in making these. And don't forget, EVGA, my favorite brand for a reason. They have double lifetime warranty. They give you the step-up program, which is really nice. And they have 24/7 customer support if you call them. So if you're not a guru at doing stuff and you have any problems, you can always call them. They also give you SLI support patches so that SLI works on new games when they first come out before the official drivers come out. And they have a great community online, folding at home, all that great stuff. So good stuff, great card. If you have any questions on it, email me and I'll see you guys next time. For more information on the EVGA GTX 285 for the Win Edition video card, type in E145-287 into the search engine of any of these major retailers. For Computer TV, I'm Albert.